Hello, welcome. Thank you for joining us on this edition of News 2. I'm Sandra Gumansing. In our top story, a body has been found in Grove Place behind the Mutual Homes apartment complex in a cistern of a private home. VIPD stated that the body has not been positively identified as missing Liana Siru, but bracelets that Liana was last seen wearing were identified on the body found. Liana Saru and her sons 5-year-old Jeremiah and 10-year-old Jordan Saru were last seen at the Lagoon complex on Friday at 5 p.m. Liana's mother stated that she was unable to reach Liana from Friday night through Saturday evening. On Sunday, July 30th, Liana's mother contacted the VIPD to officially report her daughter and grandchildren missing. Glenn Drake is standing by on the scene from the VIPD with more. Glenn?
Still live on the scene as a criminal investigations detective received information this morning, Thursday, August 3rd, in reference to a 24-year-old Liana Siro, who's been missing since Friday, July 28th. The criminal investigations team traveled to the location where they discovered the children's clothing on abandoned property behind the Mutual Homes. At around 2 p.m., detective discovered a female body floating in a cistern in an abandoned building. Investigators on the scene suspect it may be the body of the missing female, Liana Saru, but cannot confirm 100% at this time until further examination of the body. This case remains an active investigation. Police Commissioner Delroy Richards and the VIPD extends their condolences and prayers to the family. The commissioner also stated that the Virgin Islands Police Department will move aggressively on resolving this matter, and thanks the community for the volunteering and, of course, for coming forward, sharing their time and leads in this search. The Virgin Islands Police Department continues to ask the community for their continued support. You can always call Crime Stoppers VI at 1-800-222-TIPS, who gives monetary rewards for information leading to an arrest.
Now, John Canegata, who's the chairman of the Republican Party of the USVI, is offering rewards of up to $5,000 for any credible information leading to the return of Liana Saru, or information as well for any credible information, and leading to the arrest and conviction of the person or persons responsible for the abduction and brutal murder of 10-year-old Jordan Saru and 5-year-old Jeremiah Saru. John further stated, quote, "Liana Saru is one of us. She was out there somewhere, and I'm going to do everything I can to find her. I ask all Virgin Islanders to lend your support. The authorities, if you see something, say something until Liana is found and justice is served. I remain committed to using every resource at my disposal to assist our law enforcement authorities in this investigation." Additionally, Crime Stoppers USVI, they posted just yesterday on their Facebook page that they will pay rewards of up to $2,500 to those that submit information leading to the arrest of individuals associated with the disappearance of this family. And Crime Stoppers further stated that they are accepting donations from the community to be designated towards a larger reward payout. You can send checks to Crime Stoppers USVI, P.O. Box 176, Christiansted, VI 00821, or you can go to www.crimestoppersvi.org/donate, and that's to donate online. Well, the Crime Town Hall took place, sponsored by Senator Marvin Blyden, and Chief Winsbug McFarland was also in attendance, and residents had an opportunity to air their concerns and address other crime issues. Here's more.
Senator Marvin Blyden hosted an emergency town hall meeting to address overwhelming amounts of crimes that have taken place in the territory in the last 10 days, which included the July 27 shooting incident in Contant, where children playing steel pan at the Wesleyan Church were placed in danger.
A shooting happening broad daylight and nobody saying nothing, nobody seeing anything. Are we really serious? Are we serious when we see a fire burning, abandoned car being burnt, and nobody calling 911 to report?
On Tuesday, August 1st, the VIPD revealed that a burnt car was found on Monday in Lower Love, St. Croix, which matched the physical description of the car 24-year-old Liana Saru and 2 of her then missing sons were seen in. The burnt vehicle was never reported to the police.
Are we really, really serious? Are we serious when it happens? It comes to our front door, and then we realize that, hey, you know, by then it's too late.
Jeremiah and Jordan Saru's bodies were found badly decomposed on Tuesday at Haypenny Beach, and Chief McFarland stated that the territory's residents are each other's brothers' keepers. The father of one of the steel pan players at the Wesleyan Church felt that crime prevention programs should be geared towards parents.
I work at the elementary level, and if the things we see in the elementary level, you think is them guys in the street, is right there in the schools. We have to go through as teachers. It starts from the home.
Another resident at the town hall meeting shared similar sentiments.
If a child is bringing stolen goods into the house, you ain't making but so much money. Where they get these items, the parents must know.
Newly seated Senator Janelle Saru remarked that legislators were not solely responsible for crime prevention.
I understand the need to put a politician on the spot, but let's remember that it is all of us. Whatever gift that you have, you go back and you reach back and you pull somebody up one by one.
For News 2, I'm Stephanie Shalana Brown.
Now, at that very same meeting, the Community Foundation, Gasworks, Rotary East, Smith Bay, Red Hook Alliance, and Kappa, they presented a $2,000 check from funds raised for the purchase of additional street security cameras. Two more pled guilty in McDonald's restaurant armed robbery. Betel Rosario Paulino, 18, of the Dominican Republic, pleaded guilty on July 27th, and Helwood Paris, 20, of Puerto Rico, pled guilty on Monday in district court for their roles in the armed robbery of the McDonald's restaurants on St. Thomas. Acting United States Attorney Joycelyn Hewitt made that announcement. Paris pleaded guilty to conspiracy to commit Hobbs Act robbery and the territorial charge of robbery in the first degree, and Paulino pleaded guilty to conspiracy to commit Hobbs Act robbery and discharge of a firearm during a federal crime of violence. Sentencing is set for November 30th, 2017. According to the plea agreement filed with the court, on March 25, 2017, members of the Virgin Islands Police Department responded to reports of a robbery in progress at the McDonald's restaurant in the Lockhart Shopping Center. Paris and Paulino were arrested after the investigation revealed that they were involved in the planning, execution, and attempt at covering up the robbery. Two other men, Junior Feliz and Hanselo Riccio, previously entered guilty pleas based on their roles in the robbery. Their sentencing hearing is set for October 5, 2017. Also, former VI Justice Department investigator Troy Titley, 36, was found not guilty on all 4 charges, including Hobbs Act robbery in connection with that robbery. Turning to the Senate, the Committee on Finance, chaired by Senator Kurt Violet, held a meeting at the Capitol building on Thursday to receive testimony on an overview of the fiscal year 2018 budget from the Public Employees Relations Board, or PERB, for fiscal year 2018. The governor's recommended budget for PERB is $1,100,000. Zandra Peterson, who is the executive director and certified officer of PERB, stated that PERB needs an additional appropriation and allotment of $208,000. If approved, this will bring the fiscal year 2018 budget request to $1,314,000. The additional monies will assist the board in continuing to serve the employees of the Virgin Islands of the government of the VI while maintaining a positive relationship with our vendors. That was from Director Peterson. Separately, Yara Farrington, who is the administrative assistant for the VI Labor of Management Committee, stated that the governor's recommended budget for fiscal year 2018 is $158,000. This is a decrease in comparison to the fiscal year 2017 budget of $175,000. Despite the governor's recommendation, VI LMC is requesting $22,000 more, bringing the fiscal year 2018 budget request to $180,000. Defending the proposed budget, Joseph Gums, former vice chair of the Labor Management Committee, stated that the additional funds will help VI LMC to continue operating from October 1st, 2017 to September 30th, 2018. In addition to PERB and VI LMC, the Office of Veterans Affairs also shared their budget request, and their fiscal year budget request general fund appropriations are $790,000. The Virgin Islands Next Generation Network, or VINGN, no longer has a business agreement with Orbital LLC. Now, VINGN sent out a notice recently to all ISPs and Orbitel customers explaining what the transition means, ensuring them that it would be a smooth process and encouraging them to call to learn more about their options. Orbitel LLC is a local telecommunications and technology organization owned by longtime St. Croix resident Todd Clinworth. Now, back in 2013, an announcement was made that the company would invest about $70 million to build a fiber optic network that will be available to every home in the Virgin Islands by then Governor John DeYoung. DeYoung made that announcement after meeting with Clinworth to discuss the investment and to gain a first-hand understanding of how the network will gain access to the high-speed connectivity being provided by the Virgin Islands Next Generation Network. VINGN is a public corporation, a wholly owned subsidiary of the Virgin Islands Public Finance Authority. We'll turn it to CNN. Heading towards August recess, Senate Republicans have already struggled with health care and have heavy lifts like tax reform and the debt limit on the horizon. They're also seemingly on shaky ground with the president, who tweeted Thursday morning, "Our relationship with Russia is at an all-time and very dangerous low. You can thank Congress, the same people that can't even give us health care." The president, referencing the bill he reluctantly signed Wednesday, passed overwhelmingly by Congress and placing checks on his ability to ease sanctions on Russia. Keeping our eye on the economy, depending on who you ask, the U.S. could face a shortage of pilots in the near future. Boeing released its forecast this week. It said for airlines to meet the demand for air travel in the next 20 years, airlines in North America are going to need 117,000 new pilots. Not having enough pilots could wreak havoc on air travel, grounding planes and reducing service to some cities if routes are cut or curtailed. Still, pilots and their unions contend there is no shortage, only a perceived one. They say rather than change standards, airlines need to increase existing pilots' pay, and that would attract more people to the profession. Taking a look at the numbers there, we can see the Dow up 9, NASDAQ and S&P down. Coming up on News 2, August is Immunization Awareness Month, and we have some information for you from the Department of Health. That's coming up next. Welcome back. As we shared, August is Immunization Awareness Month, and we have partnered with the Department of Health to share some information about the recognition, and be sure to tune in here for the weekly announcements throughout the entire month. Now, tonight the focus is on pregnant women. Here's more from the Department of Health.
Good evening. I am Leon Jackson, your Territorial Director of the Immunization Program, Virgin Islands Department of Health. Tonight, I bring you the first in a series of 4 immunization tips in support of National Immunization Awareness Month. During pregnancy, you are thinking about babies' names, nursery colors, prenatal vitamins, but you should also be thinking about vaccines. Vaccines during pregnancy not only protect you against diseases, but you can also begin to pass some protection to your baby, which will last the first few months of your baby's life. The 2 vaccines that are routinely recommended by your doctors and midwives during pregnancy are pertussis, also known as Tdap, and the flu shot. Getting the flu shot, which is available during flu season, is the best way that a pregnant woman can protect herself from the flu and prevent serious flu-related problems such as premature labor and delivery. Antibodies received from the Tdap vaccines protects your baby for the first few months of life. It protects them at a time when the babies are most vulnerable to the devastating complications associated with pertussis. To celebrate the importance of vaccinations and for a healthy start throughout their lives, and to make sure everyone is protected with all the vaccines they need, the Department of Health Immunization Program is joining with partners locally and nationwide in recognizing August as National Immunization Awareness Month. We encourage pregnant women to talk to their OBGYN or midwives about the importance of vaccines. Or for more information, you can call the immunization clinic in your area. Until next week, be wise, immunize.
Again, be sure to tune in for the entire month. We'll have more information for you. On St. John Tuesday evening, Senator Janelle Saru heard from the St. John residents during a town hall meeting on the St. John at the Sports Parks and Recreation Building. The forum was open to all questions focused on the island of St. John, or she says the U.S. Virgin Islands as a whole. Here's more.
I wanted to say that we have a problem. There is a St. Croix versus St. Thomas issue, and St. John is left somewhere on the wayside. And we have a habit of comparing 3 islands, not realizing that each island has a gift. And it's how we maximize the gift for that island is how we will begin to turn the economy around. I do not have all the solutions to the problems in St. John. We've called this meeting today to hear the concerns of the citizenry, and then we'll come back in a month. We plan to gather all of the stakeholders. If you're talking about crime, I know property tax is going to be an issue here tonight. The mooring, how we zone, we'll bring back the key stakeholders here to this meeting again in a month so that they can address whatever concerns that you may have.
Be sure to tune in. We'll have more on that. Well, the Commissioner of Agriculture, Mr. Carlos Robles, is pleased to announce that the VI Department of Agriculture has been recognized by the USDA Food and Nutrition Service, he says, for the successful execution of the Virgin Fresh Farmers Market Nutrition Program in fiscal year 2016 and for having the highest average rate of redemption of vouchers in the nation. In 2016, the VI DOA received a grant of $77,791 from the Farmers Market Nutrition Program, which is funded by the USDA FNS, to provide fresh, nutritious, locally grown fruits, vegetables, and herbs from the WIC-authorized farmers market to WIC families in the USVI. The amount of $64,500 was set aside for food distribution through the use of vouchers to WIC recipients, while the balance covered the administrative costs to operate the program. Each eligible WIC recipient received $20 in checks or vouchers to purchase locally grown produce from WIC-authorized farmers at WIC-authorized markets throughout the territory. By the end of the reporting period, the amount of $42,900 was expended by WIC recipients. The 68.25% redemption rate of vouchers exceeded the national redemption rate of 56.84%. Diageo USVI, the St. Croix Hotel and Tourism Association, and the St. Croix Chamber of Commerce awarded $15,000 in scholarships funds to 4 local students on Wednesday, and kudos to them. This year's scholarship recipients are Sarah Sukraj, Llewellyn Taylor, Tyra Nelson, Jacoy Kittens. Now, all students will be attending the University of the Virgin Islands. Scholarship recipients Sukraj, Taylor, and Nelson received $2,500 each from the St. Croix Hotel and Tourism Association and Chamber of Commerce, while an additional $2,500 each from Diageo USVI will be awarded to Sukraj, Taylor, and Gittens. Additionally, Gittens will receive $5,000 from the Caribbean Hotel and Tourism Association's Education Foundation. We'd like to say congratulations to our students. Stick around. Your News 2 AccuWeather forecast is coming up next.
As we take a look here across the Leewards and the Virgin Islands, you can see most of the activity is farther to our south, moved across the windwards, and there's a wave there. In our area, though, we're just going to see perhaps a spotty shower or two around into tomorrow. But the next wave that heads our way as we go towards the weekend, that's when it'll draw some of that deeper moisture is going to start to make its way into the area. But for tonight, we'll just see a shower or two around with a temperature of 80 degrees. And in St. John's for tomorrow, only a spotty shower or two, partly sunny with a temperature of 90. In St. Thomas, 90 degrees with a spotty shower or two around the area. And in St. Croix, same thing. We could also see just a shower or two in spots with a temperature of 91 degrees. The waves are at 5 to 7 feet right now with an easterly wind of 15 to 20 knots, so a small craft advisory is in effect through late tonight. As we go to the Caribbean side, same thing. Waves are 5 to 7 feet with an easterly wind of 15 to 20 knots, so we have that small craft advisory in effect. Now, we will see that wave, as I mentioned, start to draw in some deeper moisture. So on Saturday, Sunday, even into Monday, we see a shower or two showing up here, but any showers could be heavier. There's more moisture to work with, so we could see maybe a couple of heavier showers around for Saturday and Sunday. Even on Monday, there could be a heavier couple of showers around the area. Then on Tuesday, we go back to the typical pattern, just a spotty shower or two with a high temperature of 90 degrees. Sandy?
Thanks for that. It's time for our news to weather picture there by Tara Rollins, 11 years, representing the Niski Moravian School, sharing this beautiful, colorful pictures there. Great choice of colors to brighten up our evening, including some blue skies and sunshine. Tara, thank you for that. Send us your news to weather picture to the address on the screen, and then tune in to see it right here on News 2. News 2 Sports comes your way next.
I'm Gary Anthony, and this is News 2 Sports. The Virgin Islands Summer of Hoops continues. Fresh off their gold medal victory in the Central Basket Women's Championship, played right here in St. Thomas, the VI women's team is headed to Buenos Aires, Argentina for the FIBA Women's AmeriCup 2017, August 6th through August 13th. Also playing in this tournament is Argentina, Brazil, Canada, Colombia, Cuba, Mexico, Paraguay, Puerto Rico, and Venezuela. The teams are divided into two groups and play in a round-robin format for 4 days. The best two teams from each group, they move on to the semifinals, which is going to be played on Saturday, August 12th, and the gold medal game is on Sunday, August 13th. The top three tournament teams qualify for the FIBA Women's World Cup, which is slated for September 2018 in Spain. The VI faces Argentina Sunday at 8 p.m. in their first game. We spoke with VI women's coach Clint Williams via the phone as the team breaks camp in Florida and heads to Argentina.
The mood is very excited. Definitely an honor to represent the Virgin Islands on this national scale. But at the same time, the mood is all business. You know, we told the girls that they definitely agreed. We're not just happy to be here. We're trying to go down here and make some more history and qualify for the World Cup. Well, the teams in our side in Group A is ourselves, Argentina, Brazil, Colombia, and Venezuela. So, you know, apparently everybody's considering our bracket the harder side. So we got a tough task at hand. We start playing Sunday night against the host team, Argentina, and that's going to be a battle, but we expect to come out, play hard, and come on top with a victory. You know, we got a lot of shooters. We're very versatile. Definitely a lot of people can play multiple positions, so we try to use that to our advantage and create different mismatches and run. You know, we're very quick, so we tell the girls any chance we get to run. So we're going to see a lot of exciting basketball, a lot of shooting, a lot of running, and hopefully we come on top of some victories. The games will be streamed on the FIBA's YouTube page for free, so it won't be any charge. The tournament schedule is online. I don't know it on the top of my head right now, but check it out, see what times we play, and please, you know, tune in and cheer for the girls back home in the Virgin Islands. Thank you so much for all your support and coverage. It was definitely great, you know, making history and winning the gold at home in St. Thomas, but now we're trying to on to bigger and better things, and really put the Virgin Islands on the national map. So go VI.
Once again, for info on how to see the game streamed live, go to FIBA.com Women's America Cup 2017. That's it for sports. Go VI, go! Sandy, back to you.
Thanks for the updates, Gary. And that is all for this edition of News 2. Thank you for joining us for all the latest in news, weather, and sports. You have a wonderful evening. We'll see you next time.